Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is Vishal and you're watching Nifty and Banknifty short-term view. Now if you remember in my previous educational video which I shared with all of you on Sunday that Nifty is hovering around a very important resistance. I would like just to show this particular resistance in a higher time frame chart, which is the weekly time frame. You can see there is a trend line which is holding on since almost, you can say, 18th of October 2021, and this is a massive trend line as this has been tested 3 to 4 times. And apart from this, there is also a Fibonacci extension which is slightly on the upside, like somewhere around 22,400 to 24,450. Okay, and from there we were seeing continuous selling pressure, and if you minutely just watch the price action, this is the second time when it tested the trend line. All right, second time over here, and then the third time was tested here. This is the fourth time. So far, not even once prices have been able to close above this particular trend line. This is the first thing. Second thing, what I want to highlight for you is from this particular point, this is the first point, there has been a drop. Now, this is the second time. Over here, we have not seen any testing of the trend line, but prices did felt that there is some sort of suffocation on the upper levels. There is some sort of profit booking which is visible. As I always say, that market has its mind of its own, and then suddenly there was a sell-off. And now the third time, we can see some selling pressure coming up over here and prices are trying to go lower. But there is only one positive point, that so far we have seen a higher low building up. Now, does it mean that we should be very happy and completely careless that prices are not going to go down? We are still forming higher highs, higher lows, as considering that this is the first high. Okay, then you can see this is the last high and this one is higher than this one, and each and every low is higher than the previous one. My answer is no, because this trend line is a massive trend line. So we seriously don't know what will be its repercussion. And if you check properly, the overall what you can say, the range of Nifty is contracting. First the range was so wider, now the range is contracting. So we just need to be careful in case if this range is broken on the downside or on the upside. Okay, now considering the trend of Nifty so far today, after the fall of today's particular trading session, where Nifty has seen a close of almost 247 points on the downside. Now the trend is completely flat as we have a big red candle on the daily time frame chart. And if we have a look at the hourly time frame chart, we can see that the trend is down. Nevertheless, we can see that we have a lower low in price and higher low in RSI. But this is not a sign of bottom out. This is just a sign that the momentum on the downside is just slowing a little bit. And if we have a look at the extreme short-term chart, 15-minute chart, then we can see a slightly magnifying view of the, you can see a lower low in price and higher low of RSI. But apart from that, still nothing extremely bullish which is visible. Now talking of support, I believe in the daily time frame chart, the support level is somewhere over here 21,820 to 21, you can say 773. So a zone of 21,800 to 21,773 or 770 is a small support zone. And in the hourly time frame chart, the support is slightly bigger. The support starts from 21,900 to 21,770. So this is almost 130 points band of support. In case if we close below this in the daily time frame chart, in the hourly time frame chart, on closing basis with a proper red candle, then the probability of prices moving on the downside will increase. That is what we need to understand. And if you have a look at Bank Nifty, if you just remember in my previous educational video when Bank Nifty was going up, and I just commented one thing, that still there is a lot of space left. This entire space, this entire gap is still left to be filled. So I will not share any of my views and I will wait and watch. And just by waiting, not by doing anything, at times not having a position, if you do not understand what's happening in the market, can save a lot of money. And since I had no view on the Bank Nifty, I did not do anything. It showed its true color and it has cracked on the downside. Now the trend is once again down as the price is moving below the moving averages. Momentum also seems to be on the downside. Only thing is one trend line, small trend line breakdown in RSI is visible. If this crack increases, then the momentum might increase on the downside in the daily time frame chart as well. Considering the hourly time frame chart, you can see that we have landed on a support, which is almost at 45,910 to 45,900. Yes, there is a small sign of lower low in price, higher low in RSI, but again, this is so far just a sign that the downside momentum is weakening. There is no bottom out sign as of now so far. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, if things change, I will try to update if it is really, really necessary. But in case if the markets are able to close below this level, which is 45,700, which is below this particular support level, 45,700 on the daily time frame chart with a crack in the RSI as well, then the probability of the bank nifty again moving on the south is pretty much possible. All right. So summing it up all in short, I would just say that if you see this correction, what has happened today, not even one index apart from IT, if you just have a look at IT tried to consolidate. And in fact, in my weekly sectoral analysis also, yes, I did say that it is near a resistance, but overall state of trend is not that bad. Yes, in the daily time frame chart, you can see some bit of boring consolidations, which even I don't like. But so far, it's not that negative. But apart from IT, and maybe a little bit of pharma, which has managed to stay higher. Yes, it has closed a little bit more than 0.5% down, but apart from that, there is not some major crack. And you will see every other indices seeing a major crack. So I guess as a trader, you need to respect what's happening in the market, be aware of it and accept it. And if you have any open long positions as a positional or a swing trader, and if your trailing stop losses are getting hit, you should accept them, exit them, and stay far. All right. And once again, this is just the first day where you have been able to see a slightly bigger crack in Nifty. What happens in the maybe next 1 or 2 days or maybe 3 days will be important. That is this just a one-day sell-off and then again we'll see a pullback, or we'll see a crack of this support and then we will move on the downside. Why I'm saying this is generally in a sideways market, in a consolidation, suddenly you will have a crack and a sudden rise, sudden crack, sudden rise. So this is very, very normal. So generally one day move on the downside may not change the trend. But why we need to respect this move is because it is coming on the back of a very, very big, in fact, a massive, massive resistance in Nifty, and which is also present in the higher time frame charts. All right. So I hope this video has provided some clarity, especially on the movement which has occurred in the stocks and in the major indices today. And if you find this video helpful for yourself, then share it with other traders also. Trade less, trade wisely. Thank you.